Hello, we the one. Just like our Londoners. Sun looked out of the train window. Big raindrops run down the window. Can I buy a hat? Son asked. Of course, son. Mom saw Chapter 1, just like a Londoner. Sun looked out of the train window. Big raindrops ran down the window. Can I buy a hat? Son asked. Of course. Son's mom was surprised. What type of hat do you want? Son showed his parents and sister Jinhee a picture in his book about London. The picture showed a rainy day with people wearing hats and holding umbrellas. So wanted to get a hat so he could be just like a Londoner. There are many famous places to see in London, said Son. He turned the page in his book. Will we see Buckingham Palace? Yes, replied Dad. We must go there. So Lily wanted to go to Buckingham Palace. He really wanted to go to Buckingham Palace. He wanted to see the royal family. Do you think the Queen drinks tea? Asked Son. My book says that English people like to drink tea. What do English people like to eat? Asked Jinhee. For breakfast they eat eggs and bacon. For lunch they eat fish and chips. Are you sure? Asked Mom. I read it in my book, said Son. As does your book said, asked Jinhee. Real Londoners wear hats, Son said. Ladies wear big fast hats. Men wear round black hats. Even kids wear hats. Jinhee decided he also wanted to buy a hat. Mom said they couldn't all buy hats in London. Chapter 2, touring around London. The next day, Son and his family went on a bus tour. Great! It's a double-decker, said Son. Let's go upstairs. The bus started to move. It was not easy to climb the stairs on a moving bus. Jinhee nearly fell. Finally, they all climbed the stairs in seats at front on the bus. The bus drove around all famous buildings. The buildings looked just like they did on some book, but on they was different. Most of the people Son saw were not wearing hats. Son was confused. His books showed Londoners wearing hats. Why weren't they wearing hats? Son thought. After the bus tour, the family went on the London Underground. We must stay together, said Mom. The trains are crowded and it's easy to get lost. When they got on the train, there were no empty seats. The family had to stay and hold on tight. The train went very fast. It was noisy and shaky. At the next station, Many people got off the train. Then more people got off the next station. Many people got off the train. Then more people got on. Someone kept looking for someone who was wearing a hat. No one was wearing a hat. There are lots of people in London, weren't there? Son asked. Nobody answered him. Son looked around. His family was gone. Son had been too busy looking for someone wearing a hat. He did not see when his parents got off the train. Son's heart was beating fast. When couldn't he do? He was lost.
Chapter 3. Look for someone in uniform. Son was alone in London. What should he do? A man smiled and asked, "Are you okay?" Son wanted to be polite, but he didn't want to talk to a stranger. "I am fine, thank you," he answered. At the next station, Son got off the train. He remembered what his parents had told him. If you ever get lost, look for someone in a uniform. Son saw a woman wearing a uniform. She was selling tickets. She was wearing a hat, but it was part of her uniform. Son walked over to her and said, "Excuse me, I am lost. Can you help me, please?" Son was sitting in a police car. It was his first time to sit in a police car. He told the policeman his name, Son. "That's a nice name. We need more Son in London." The policeman smiled. "Do you know the name of your hotel?" he asked. "Do you know the name of hotel?" he asked. Son answered quietly. "No, I don't. Don't worry," the policeman said. Your parents will call the police. Then I can top you." Chapter 5. No fish and chips. It was lunchtime. The policeman asked Son if he was hungry. Son wasn't sure what to say. He said, "Yes, but I don't like fish and chips." The policeman laughed. Son opened his book. "I read that English people eat fish and chips for lunch." "This is a very old book, son," the policeman said. "This is a very old book, son," the policeman said. "Things have changed." The policeman pointed at a page. "Look at this page. Not many people wear hats like those today. Perhaps only the Queen does. The Queen likes to wear special hat." Son finally understood why he had not seen Londoners wearing hats. "And we don't only eat fish and chips, you know," said the policeman. "In fact, I love Korean food." Son was surprised. "You like Korean food?" "There's a Korean restaurant next to the police station. They make the best kimchi in London. Let's go there," said the police. After lunch, the policeman received a call on his radio. Son's parents were waiting for him at the hotel. The policeman let Son speak on the radio with his parents. It was fun. The best part was knowing he would see his parents again soon. Chapter 5. Chapter 5. The Palace. We were so worried, Mom said. What did you do? Son told his parents everything. I also tried on the policeman's hat, said Son. Is tall black hat? Asked Jinhee. Yes, but it was too big, Son laughed. It covered my eyes. The next day, the family went touring again. Mom, Jinhee, and Son stood next to two big black and gold gates, smiled, called Dad, and he took a photo. Buckingham Palace is very special, isn't it? He said, and it has finally stopped raining. So a shiny black car drove past them. Son saw a white glove waving at him through the car window. It's the Queen, it's the Queen, he shouted. It must be the Queen. She's wearing a big fancy hat. Can we go and buy our hats now? Asked Jinhee. Sure, said Mom. Ready, Son? I've decided I don't want a Son smile. Not all Londoners wear hats.